brilliant performance.
Conor Benn.
Yeah, that really was a good performance.
Conor will have a lot of respect for Formella.
Conor Benn looked really good. Especially, I covered Sean Porter versus Sebastian Formella. I was on the media call, covered the weigh-in, did a post-fight video, the whole shebang. By the way, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. We are here real time. I actually said I was going to take today off and just cover UFC tonight and not cover this card. But you know me, I'm a fucking boxing degenerate. So who am I to not cover Conor Benn, the son of Nigel Benn, take on and beat up Sebastian Formella for 10 rounds and actually put on a better performance than former WBC champion Sean Porter did against him. WBC and IBF champion. Now, I am no Conor Benn noob. I've covered multiple Conor Benn fights on YouTube, and most notably both of the P-Node fights in which I had him losing the first one. So when I say for no amateur experience and, no amateur background in his, genetically in altered or created beard, just joking around, even though it is real, he did have a beard implant, like whatever. But hey, whatever people do with their personal lives, let's keep it on the sport. I guess what I'm saying is this, he looked really good and I am impressed. Especially when you look at what Sean Porter couldn't do. We thought that, a lot of people thought that Sean Porter was going to be able to get this feather-fisted 22 and now 2 with just 10 KOs, Sebastian Formella out of there. So now we're going to listen in to the cards. Should be a shutout.
Quiet for 13 months.
I gave Formella a couple of rounds.
13 months is
round 8.
Noticeable. If you go back,
I can't think of the other rounds. I'm eating pistachios.
He got the stoppage there. He just looks so much more rounded, so much more mature.
Yeah, this is live.
It's nice to see. Yeah,
So
everybody
what you guys
liked
doing?
him, that's for sure.
Drop me a like.
Very, very likable fella.
You guys have been doing really good liking the videos lately too. Shout out.
Just on 10 rounds, so easy.
What are you talking about? Formella is a Saarland fighter? Saarland. I always mess that name up. Colleen Nasi Saarland. There you go. What's their pop name?
World champion. Well, we don't know if he's going to achieve that. He wants it.
What's taking them so long to read the cards?
Wants a British title as well.
My headache in the morning was worse, to be honest.
All right, let's talk about it. So now, since he beat a former highly ranked IBF contender in Formella, the question is, where does Conor Benn go now? Let's listen to the particulars. Please subscribe, like, and TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action here in London, England, we go to the judges' score totals. Bob Williams, 100 to 91. Ian John Lewis,
He's a tough son of a bitch, that Formella.
to 91. Victor Laughlin, 99 to 92.
Watch some UFC.
All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated and still the WBA Continental Welterweight Champion.
The beard looks good though.
Conor,
No homo.
Destroyer.
Looks
Benn.
good. Good surgeon.
The scorecard's absolutely right. The one thing we will take out of Conor Benn's performance tonight is that he says he's going to be a world champion. That is a belief that now people are going to have to start taking very seriously indeed. He retains
I don't know about that, bro.
Does so emphatically with probably the best performance.
Here, before he does his post-fight interview, let's talk. So, of course, 147 pounds is ruled by Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, WBC and IBF. Errol Spence is going to be taking on former WBC 2-division champion Danny Garcia December the 5th, just in a couple of weeks from now. 14 days and about 6 hours or so away. That's going to be on PBC on Fox pay-per-view. I don't know where you guys over in the UK are getting it just yet. I expect them to announce something soon. Remember, you got Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz free over there, right? Also, before they're about to do the post-fight interviews, doing a little promo for the rest of their fights. Terence Crawford just beat Kell Brook. Straight jab to the eye socket. Both of them are bad. Conor Benn is ranked number 15 by the WBA, excuse me, as you can see. And I guess they're going to keep him going that route. But which way do you go? You think they'll probably try to go as far as the David Aronesians? Jesse Vargas is a matchroom fighter. You think they'll bring him here over to the States? You think they'll do a fucking Conor Benn, Mikey Garcia? I don't know. I'm looking at fights that can happen in the stable. And then you have these other guys right here who are ranked. You see guys that I haven't even heard of before. And it's me. Oh, wait. He's here for the post-fight interview. Let's turn it up. Please like and subscribe. Let's see what he wants next.
So, you know, I've just been training hard, as you can tell. Every time I get better, you lot think I'm mucking about when I say I'm working hard. It's not fun and games no more. You know, I'm here for business.
Just before you joined us there, he said to Eddie Hearn, I hope you don't mind me saying, you just said, I'm disappointed I didn't get him out of there. How tough was he?
Do you know what? I hit him with a straight 1-2. I think he ran 9. I thought, this geezer's tough. You heard him wincing in there when I was hitting him to the body, but, you know, I'm not going to blow everyone out. You know, I'll wear him down. Exactly what I've done tonight.
It is a question more for your trainer, Tony Sims, but the rate of improvement, how happy are you with the improvements that you're making behind closed doors?
Well, I just beat a former world champion who went the distance with Sean Porter, and I beat him just as good. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't even come out of, you know, I was still got loads of gears left. I went through more gears with Painard. You know, so when I'm banging trouble, that's when you'll see the best of me. I was on top there, and I'm not an on-top fighter. I can fight on top, but most of these fighters, when it gets on top for them, they crumble. I fight better when I'm not on top. I was on top the whole time in there. You know, when the game really gets tough for me, that's when you'll see me, you know, at it.
Promoter Eddie Hearn, what do you make of Conor's sort of gauge of his own performance there?
I think he's a bit critical. I thought it was a great performance. I mean, don't forget he hasn't boxed for 13 months.
Josh Kelly.
This isn't the environment that Conor Benn thrives off. You know, I don't know what you thought. I know a lot of fighters are saying once you get in the ring, it's the same, but he's used to walking out in front of the O2 and getting himself revved up. I thought it was a great performance. Early in the fight, I thought his body work was fantastic, his jab was excellent, and later on it was a case of just trying to force the pressure and getting out there. He was a little bit reckless, but it's because he was taking chances and he could afford to do that against Formella. I don't know how he was still standing. I mean, we saw him go to full distance with Sean Porter. He's got one hell of a chin, but this was a big performance from Conor Benn, and I think it's now time to move into 2021 with some big steps up. He breezed through that stage, breezed through that test. A lot of people said that was going to be a big test for him, and he found it quite.
You know, he got all these fighters calling me out. I'm only interested in one fight.
Which one's that?
And that's Josh Kelly.
Josh Kelly.
That's the only fight.
That's a monstrous.
That's the only fight I'm interested in. You can forget all these other bods, all these other people calling me out because they got loads of Instagram followers. I don't care. If it ain't benefiting me, I don't want it. The only big domestic I want is Kelly. And it's for people saying I'm scared and all that. Stop talking rubbish. Do I look like a scared fighter? Do I look like a scared fighter?
Well, no. His manager's up there.
His team is in the studio tonight with Adam Booth.
Well,
you got a direct message for Josh Kelly and Adam Booth?
Oh yeah, they should have took their chance when they could, because I'm on the up. You know, my stocks are going up. I ain't coming back time anytime soon. I ain't coming down anytime soon.
Well, I'll tell you now, Josh Kelly will fight David Aronesian in January. If he gets through that test, and Conor will have one more, that is an absolute blockbuster for the summer. I know Adam Booth's up there, he has no problem taking the fight.
You sure?
Well, I believe so. I believe so. I know you have no problem taking the fight.
Definitely not calling this when I was a
Tony
novice.
Sims have no problem taking the fight. It's a massive domestic fight.
If I can just draw your attention to this screen here, I know how much you've said this week, you missed your family. Your dad was watching in Australia. We have got a message from
That's so good, son. Oh, that's the best, man. Getting better and better. They're talking about Chris Jenkins. You're going past that. They're talking about Josh Kelly. You do your own thing, mate. Don't worry about them. You do your own thing, mate. Listen to the commentators. Are you ready for Chris Jenkins? He already had that opportunity. You do what you got to do, mate.
Oh, I love that, man.
Go your path, not their path. Well done, son. Proud of you.
That is a great endorsement from him, and you echo what he says there.
Yeah, I just miss my family, man. See all these fighters out there giving it all that. Listen, you know, I'll do anything to be at home. You know, all these materialistic things don't add up to me not seeing my little sister grow up or my little brother, you know, being that son at home. And people think, oh, I wasn't in a good frame of mind and all that. No, I just miss my family. I just miss my family. You know, and I made a big sacrifice, and it's paying off, as you lot can see. When I come down here, I was raw. I was a novice. It was a fluke. It was you'd done it. You signed me off the whim. It was, you know, fun and games. It's serious now. And I've missed 4 years, 5 years of my life with my family and watching them all grow. My little sister's taller than me. My little sister's now a woman who's starting, you know, talking to boys. I ain't knowing none of that. I can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it. Do you know what I mean?
That's a heartfelt message, and I would not want to be the boyfriend in the Benn house. I imagine coming home, there's you and your dad, and you're joking. I know you don't really want to talk about it. Will you try and get home to Australia now?
Oh, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. You know, I'm a resident over there, so I'll go over there and see my family. I made the biggest sacrifice. It was the only sacrifice I could make. Yeah, my dad, I've had a luxurious life, a blessed life. I don't know hardship. The only sacrifice I could make was my family. And it's the sacrifice I chose to make, but it don't make it any easier. It don't make it any easier. Not half the fighters here would do what I do. And if they had what I had, they wouldn't graft as hard as I do. Tony can vouch for me. I'm the first to get there and the last to leave. I'm crushing numbers in the sprints. I'm crushing numbers in sparring. I won't be doing that if I wasn't hungry. They say that it's hard to get out of bed in silk pyjamas. I get out of bed in silk pyjamas in my heated Range Rover seats with a nice massage on the back, heated steering. I still train harder than all these fools. No one question me.
You said it all tonight. Well done.
I'm not sure anybody is as good.
Well, okay. That was unexpected, and I didn't even expect to cover this card. Shout out to Conor Benn, and yes, make the Josh Kelly fight. Dare I say that Josh Kelly beats him now? Dare I say it? We're going to see. We're going to find out. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.